Heading to the ramp. Let's go see if we can't put some flounders up in this boat. Let's drop this trolling motor. Alright, I'm going to try to give you a rundown of how this is going to work here. What we're fishing is a run out. There's oysters on both sides and in the back of it. Steady flow of water coming out on a drop off. On the outside of it, there's about a 2-3 foot drop, and then it even rolls off even more than that. And it's got a shallow entrance where the bait has to run over and then dump out. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to be putting my boat about, I don't know, looks like 30-40 feet off the entrance of it in about 10-15 feet of water. And I'll be pitching up current and up into the run out and slowly bouncing my jig out with a mullet on it. There he is, that's where the bait's going, and as it comes out over that edge, pow, it should get smacked. The reason I keep my rod tip up high is I pop my bait over and the snags that might be there. If you do a side drag, we got real soft mud here and there's a lot of little oysters and points. So if you're dragging to the side, chances are you pull your bait into a hook, into a snag. Whereas if you lift your tip up, it'll kind of bounce up over and be easier to get it out if you do hook. That makes your bait kind of more visible when it pops up off the bottom point. Where they ate it a couple of days ago. Oh, there's the thump. Alright, just got popped. When you're flounder fishing, as you're moving your bait through and you feel that hard thump or a little tug, or it just all of a sudden stops. Do not set the hook, especially if you're live bait fishing. Let them have it. Their teeth are like little tiny needles, so they grab that bait when it goes by and they just hang on to it. Now they've got it, they're not in a big hurry. So what I do is I give them a little bit of time, let them sort of think about it. Sometimes you got to give them a little bit of line. Then you just slowly pull back on it, real slow, give a little tension. If you feel like it's stuck or snagged, you got a little bit of extra pressure, that's him holding it. Give it a little bit more time, wind down to them, and I kind of pull. This time I'll give them a little extra, kind of just a just a little pull, you know. And that makes them think, oh, thing's trying to get away, I better go ahead and swallow it. So I let him sit for a little bit longer. I mean, you can let him eat it all the way down, digest it, pass it through, then set the hook. I'd rather lose a hook than the fish, so let him eat it. I'm going to give him just a couple more seconds. Yeah, he's still there. He's eating it right now. I'm going to feed him some. He's wanting to swim with it. All right, here we go. Third time was a charm, I guess, so let's get him. He's a good fish. Not huge. Nope, he's a little guy. This was spirited. Alright. I'm gonna flip him. Alright, boys and girls. There he is. Here's your flounder. Right species. Not quite the size we were looking for. Simmer down now. Not quite the size we were looking for, but that's the right one. See, when you let them swallow it for a little bit, get a chance to get past that jawbone and get a good hook set. Because I don't know if you flounder fished before, these little bastards are notorious for spitting that hook out. So let this guy go. Let him go. Let him go. That was it. Now I'm going to throw another bait on it. I just got hit. So what I did is I just pitched my second bait out there. I rolled it off that edge and you just got picked up. Can't really see it. Let me pull a little bit of tension. You kind of see the tip of the rod if you can. Little subtle thump thumps. That's him trying to eat it. Oop, just hit it again. And let him have it. Let him kind of think about what's going on. And now he's really eating it. He's taking off with it. I'm going to feed him some. Doesn't hurt to let him work it down some, you know. I'm going to go ahead and just get this guy. He's pretty eager. Oh, God, he's hungry. Let's get him ready. There he is. I have to kind of wind to him. Another small fish. They're still there though. Where's your big brother? Little guy. Look at that. Right in the chin. Right on the button. Should use this little booger for bait. Maybe we'll let him go, let him grow. Get another bait and get back at it. Alright, so I've moved a ton of different spots. The bridge, both sides, fenders, all pilings. I didn't get a bite from a flounder anyway. I just tried another little run out dock up here and I just got bit. Let's see if we can make a good one out of it. No big one, that's for sure. Another small one. Kind of been bumping around, waiting on that tide. The tide just turned, 30, 40 minutes ago or so. Now I'm waiting on it to get up a little bit so I can fish probably some of the same spots I already hit, but on the opposite tide. The ones that didn't produce on the outgoing, that normally there are fish or should be fish. Sometimes if you hit it on the opposite tide, those fish will move in. So I'm just kind of hitting random little docks and runouts and spots that look like there might be a flounder sitting, a drop off, a dock, some rocks, stuff like that. Trying to kill time. Whoa. And then I'm going to get more. Oh, I don't know what that was. Wasn't a flounder, but it was big. Could have been a big red or something. What you get for not paying attention, right? Anyway, so hopefully we can hit some of the stuff we already hit that I know there's usually some good fish at. We'll try the opposite tide and see what pans out. Stand by. All right, so I came in this little creek and I'm hitting some run-ins. They, you know, we're run-outs on the outgoing, now they're run-ins. Pulled up and I saw some bait working over a point, a little bit of a busting underneath them. So that's usually a pretty good sign. That's kind of stuff you want to look for, like one, congregation of bait on a point, tide ripping through. There's something just busted right there. See, I don't know if you can see it or not, but you're kind of just looking for activity as you're moving through, and there's a pretty good drop off right here on the outside of this one. So I'm just kind of pitching baits back into the mouth of that thing where that bait's been sitting. There's a few oysters scattered there, so just keep your tip up, keep it moving, and you shouldn't snag them. I'm going to pitch over there one time and see if we can't hook them. I just threw right in the middle of it. Because tide's coming in, my bait should move to the left around this corner, and hopefully there's one sitting on it, and hopefully that culprit of blowing up those baits wants to eat this one. Whoa, just got thumped. That was him. I'm just gonna let him eat it for a second. There we go. I just pitched it over there. Pitched it over there. Oh God, he's on it. And he swam off with it. It's not a bad one. No, still nothing big, but ooh, he's spirited. There you have it. Mainly a lot of this is just reading the area and making lots of casts, man. You just gotta get out there and do it. Pitching on the corners, letting your bait slowly work through. Don't drop your fish on the deck. And you should have a successful day with it. I mean, none of the ones I've caught today have been record breakers. I'm hoping now that this tide's turned, it seems like they're all getting pretty active. Maybe the bite will fire off. I'm running out of time a little bit. Hoping I can at least get another hour in before it gets stormed on into where I gotta go home. So, appreciate you guys hanging. Hopefully you learned a lot. Enough anyway. Looking forward to doing a couple more shows for everybody, and maybe we can make something happen with this. Appreciate y'all. Good fishing. Well, I didn't get it on camera, but I did get a good one finally. One of my last few casts. Boat came up on me and I was trying to hide it, but couldn't quite hide it. Probably about 3 pounds maybe. Seems like a good size one. Check him out. Not a big doormat, but it'll work. So there's a method to the madness. Just got to put your time in.